I'm also curious to kind of like look around and see what. Okay, so we still have like I think we actually are still ahead on homes. Let's check. Overview. 95 family. No, we're not at all. um, and I'd like to encourage them to have kids, but until we get the tools settled, and until I'm feeling more comfortable in the food, can't quite do that. So I think I'll start feeling a little better about it once all these buildings go in because just a little bit behind on food and not too much even. If we can get like one or two more, actually yeah, fishermen. Let's crank that up. Let's see. So production, we've got food. We're just barely behind on our food, and hopefully with the extra fishing going in and all that, then we'll get caught up. I wonder where that fishing went in. Oh, over here? Okay. I'm going to unpause some of these houses. It's a little bit dangerous because we'll get kids. Kids are, they're gonna make kind of an issue when when we're hurting for food, but it'll make these guys a lot more efficient. Like it'll fix the paving and all that. So firewood's still low. Our log production is probably tanking since I took so many foresters off. I'm gonna encourage more forestry. And actually, I'm gonna go up to 15 on the mine. You know, we need iron. It looks like we're starting to get our tools, but you know we really need that iron and we need it now. So, and honestly, we can maybe start thinking about building some homes near the mines so that people can. Okay, dying of old age. Yeah, that's good. That'll kind of help with our food situation, and I mean, you know, it's always tragic when you lose a beloved ancestor, but hey, at least he's resting in peace. So, and okay, let's unpause this too, because we need to get a handle on. We're falling behind on our lumber. Plus, if we want to get that crazy achievement of over 100 years producing a huge amount of logs, we actually need to crank these back up. Still watching that food. We're still under on it, so. Oh, maybe I went too far on that. Let's crank down the builders just a tad. Get like 8 labors going. Okay, how is the food? We really gotta watch this. Yeah, we're like 2,000 behind. Oh, shoot. I was hoping with more gatherer huts and stuff going. Okay, we got another hunter, so let's do that. And I think we have another. No, other gatherers yet, but the childbirth deaths are kind of ironically helping a bit with our impending food crisis. Yeah, see, we were behind last year, and it'll sometimes when you have a little bit of food stored up, it'll give you like kind of like some leeway, but not much. And yeah, we're starvation's coming around the corner. Part of that is all the tools. These tools are, they're frustrating me. It's like I can't keep my villagers in tools, no matter what I try. Well, I mean, it was gonna be a challenge. We knew that from the beginning. So, I put in 2 hunting cabins. Son of a bee. No, that was supposed to be gather. That's terrible, actually. That. Well, I think that mistake alone is going to cost us because now they have to yeah, starvation's coming. Oh dear. I mean, it's tough, you know. It's like my hope is that not too many people starve this time around. Like maybe I just have enough to make it through, but Oh yeah, yeah, and we're still really low on stone and iron. Like that should have gone up quite a bit with all the laborers, but here comes some starvation deaths. Shoot. Um, oh, let's crank this up to 4 while I'm thinking about it. Just to get more food. Our people are hungry. Yeah, and part of the starvation is, again, tool crisis equals starvation. Uh, the kind of sort of good news is this seems to be kind of completing. So, and we got the fishing up. How are they doing? They're probably really inefficient because, yeah, they have to go really far to get to work. It's really bad when they're starving next to the fishing dock. Ooh. I wonder why these have been so inefficient. It's probably paving. It's probably... Yeah, they're not living here. Who's living here? Oh, the construction people. That's a problem. Like, you have to be aware that, like, laborers will move into whatever's conveniently close to the construction. Which... It can be an issue. Wow. The good news is we're starving, but not nearly as bad as the last one. You know, I think actually our food production might be catching up a bit. How am I on vendors? 12 out of 12. I probably also need to, like, actually get more vendors going to help distribute the food a little bit better. Yeah, if we look here, I think we're still, yeah, we're falling further and further behind. It's because we're falling behind on the tools. Goodness, I don't know how we can really get ourselves out of this, except, yeah, no, if our tools weren't so bad, like, it would fix a lot of this issue. It's also the fact that, you know, they have to go and gather up all those resources, and it's going to take time. I'm just going to bite the bullet, and well, let's run at a fast speed. We're probably going to lose a bunch of people to starvation again. Embarrassing. I kind of, no, I kind of knew it might happen, though, just because of the fact I was admitting nomads when my food hadn't really bounced out properly, so it's the stone. We need more of it, and it's a shame because there's a bunch lying around. It's like, come on, guys. Gather it up. Well, they're not gathering all that well because the tools are, you know, it's honestly iron and stone. If we can get more iron going, if we can get more stone going, we'll be fine, but we aren't, so therefore starvation. Yeah, sometimes you get in these just painful little... Ooh. You receive an award. Okay, what? Smiles all around. Oh. The people may be starving, but you know what? They're super happy. Our first achievement. Let's go check it out. 3% complete. Yep. Maintain high happiness for 10 years in town with at least 100 citizens. Done and done. We haven't gotten this one yet, and our health is low because we don't have good food variety, and people are starving to death. I mean, obviously, health isn't good if people are malnourished. So, but yeah, we unlocked an achievement. Very cool. First one. Yay. I wish I could be more excited about it. I'm just like, I'm bummed out. We're stuck in this sad cycle of, like, small little growth and followed by mass starvation. I think we're like, what is our total population? And it's sad because we're hovering around 200 something. If I could get 100 more, I mean, we unlock a ton of achievements. It would be great, but I just can't seem to catch a break on just getting these buildings built. Yeah, I can't believe I screwed up and put in 2 hunting cabins. That was a disaster. That was really bad, actually. Our tools are still okay. It's slowly climbing up higher and higher. So we're really desperate for tools. If we get tools, we get more food out of our workers, and it would like fix everything. It's Liz Bethel or Liz Bethel. What a crazy name. Oh dear. Here we go. Take all. Yeah, we're gonna have to like close. I don't want to close the mine. Gosh, I don't know what to shut down to keep up with the starvation. Kind of. Well, no, we're nowhere near getting through it, and we got cold people too. Ouch. This is bad. Wow. Oh dear. And now we don't have enough laborers to fill our position. Gonna have to steal from forestry again. Which means that people are gonna be cold, which means freezing to death, and wow, my oh my, it's like. And the only thing causing this, the only thing that we desperately need is we need iron and stone, and it's lying around for the taking up here, but it's just too far. You know, they have to walk too far to grab it, and then they starve to death, and it's something that, I mean, oof. This is really bad. I might, like, honestly go down to, like, 4 foresters. Have just one of them working. Oh, wow. This is out of control. This is really out of control. I should not have admitted the nomads. Not so soon after we had already had a major famine. Yeah, at this point, like... I mean, we can close the herbalist and force. This is desperate times. Mine. We're closing the mine. It's a shame because that was kind of helping us dig out of the hole, but we need people on food. And honestly, keep them on wood cutting too. If we can. Wow. This is really rough. It's a shame because the tool situation was almost getting fixed because we had this open. And now it's gonna start climbing back up again. Yeah, we're gonna have a massive famine here. Shoot. See, I was hoping I could get the nomads would be able to do enough work, like gathering all this up, that it would let us get the extra nodes built. And unfortunately, we didn't quite make it. So I'm a bit concerned. We're gonna lose a lot of population until this settles down. Like, a lot. And I mean, considering I had to like shut down almost I mean, we have no forestry. There's no logs coming in right now, which means that people are going to start freezing to death. And it's late spring, so maybe I'm gonna pull some of the woodcutters away and just get some forestry going. It's also because we have a lot of children, and those kids need to become adults ASAP. But I mean, we're kind of like, and we were so close. We were like 50 people away from getting all the achievements, but I think we're almost going back to square one on this. We're gonna have to wait for this to get built out. Any nomads that come around, I'm gonna say heck no, stay away. And just kind of slowly build back out, and hopefully, hopefully we can like recover in time too. It'd be a shame to not get like some of the achievements, but yeah, we're losing hunters, we're losing everybody. It's frustrating, let's see production. Yeah, we're ahead of it now, but it's kind of a matter of people who are starving already. Essentially, this will eventually like start refilling up the stocks, but it's a bad situation where houses don't have enough food, and any food that gets put into like a stockpile anywhere or a storage anywhere immediately gets scooped up. So yeah, this is a bad dip, and it's you know, it's stupid. I should not have admitted those nomads. We weren't ready for it. I kind of had high hopes that I could get all this gathered up quickly and get this built, but between all the not having enough tools and oh wow, our graves are filled up too. So I mean, we're gonna need another graveyard, but I need the stone for other things, which I hate doing that, but you know, it can't be helped. Yeah, honestly, I'm gonna leave it running at ×10 until the starvation gets fixed. It's gonna be bad. We're gonna have like 0 growth for a while, and just no like 0 laborers, 0 builders. That's really bad. And everybody's cold. I mean, you're gonna have people freezing to death. I'm laughing because I'm upset. It's like we had such a solid start too, and sometimes that happens. Like something gets out of your control, and yeah, it can this death spiral can happen. So yeah, just honestly, it's a matter of we're just gonna kind of leave this running. It looks like our tools were at 30 and now they're back down to 22. But we have no iron. We have almost barely any stored logs and stone. The iron and the stone are it's literally killing us right now. What I'm hopeful for, I'm hoping like eventually we'll get some laborers going. Just from these, yeah, frozen to death. Ugh. We're gonna get a lot of frozen to deaths now. My hope, though, is that we can get, if we can get enough laborers, getting like enough of these kids growing up to fill our labor pool back up, we might be able to gather this up and just generally start rebuilding. Well, let's look at our. This should be interesting. So, yeah, look at that. So we had a peak. That was the first starvation. Another peak from it being the nomads, and then like we're really dropping, and we're still gonna drop because we still have some starvation, and people are getting cold and freezing to death. Oy. Let's not look at it over 100 years. Let's look at it over the last. Let's see. 25. That's our lifespan so far. It's the 25th year. 25 AD, if you will. And yeah, it's bad. We're back down to where we were like a decade ago. It looks like it's bouncing out now, and we can start kind of regrowing slowly. But I don't know. It's digging out of these kind of spiral of doom thing, it can be tough. And honestly, the way to do it is we're just gonna have to wait until our food's. I might hold off on admitting nomads if they show up until we have farming, because I don't think I can keep up with the boost in population that they bring in. Um, I don't think I can keep up with that. So it's, yeah. We'll just have to slowly, gradually rebuild. Um, and yeah, I'm hoping that if we can get a couple more gatherers going on, and just slowly the laborers getting out here kind of clearing it away, eventually we'll recover, but it's gonna be rough. I also think our prioritizing probably wasn't ideal, because we were setting them to kind of go all the way out here. It's still kind of the most convenient location, but it's such a long, long walk for them. It's a bad situation. They're kind of gonna go out there, hit something once, and then turn around because they're hungry. So. How are we? I mean, it's just stone. That's all that's holding us back, and I don't think we can get any stone conveniently. Like, I think that we're in a really bad situation, actually. I wonder. This stone isn't as far. Let's maybe get a little bit from here and prioritize it. Yeah, and what I'm gonna prioritize that because it's slightly less of a walk for our laborers, and we can get just enough stone to like get the gatherer finished. Getting this built would be nice too, but honestly we have like no log production going on right now, so we're fresh out like of almost everything. Like honestly, like this is gonna be tough to recover from quickly. But if we can get this built, if we can get like more food production, I might consider, like, if already our food stores are going back up, if we can get like a really high food storage. Oh, I'm worried we're gonna get people freezing though. And look, our tools are just getting worse and worse. Everything's gone to heck. I mean, and we're still probably, if you look at the food production, I bet we're kind of behind on it. Well, no, we're getting ahead on it, but not much. Normally you want to see this be, like, way higher. So, I'm kind of despairing. I think that we might have some difficulty getting some of the achievements at this point. At least the one that's, like, in the first 100 years reached 300 people. I think we just screwed the pooch on that. Well, the laborers are starting to climb. Yeah, people are freezing to death. I'm gonna cut back on woodworkers a bit, but maybe get more foresters with some. Oh god. Now we're gonna lose everyone to freezing to death. Oh, yeah. And it's early winter. It's just gonna get worse and worse. Now, freezing death is dangerous because starvation cycles you can kind of survive. Freezing death you can't. So I almost want to like pull people off of like gathering. Let's do that. I think we'll still manage to pull enough food, but we really need to get going on our log production yet again. Our log and our wood cutting, because if we don't, people are going to freeze to death before they starve to death at this point. So I almost have to just swap how we allocate our workers. You know, like I'll put them right now. I need to put them on getting some dealing with the cold. Because unfortunately, if every single house is cold and we have a cold winter, our entire population can go extinct. And it's kind of looking like that could happen. Yeah. Well, we're in early spring, so hopefully it'll start to warm up and we'll be pushing through that crisis. But now we're not making enough food, I bet. Yeah, we need to up the food production again. Putting more gatherers might help. Still behind. This is rough. We're basically out of every essential thing that people would need to survive. Oh, yeah. Let's see. So we got the woodcutters wood cutting. We're back out to a bunch of foresters. I want to get... I also want herbs going because look at our health. That's really bad. Just kind of cranking up the food slowly again. Because we need to get ahead on this. Oh, look at all those bursts. That's... Oh, a fire. Ooh. And it's at a thing that's far away. We're probably gonna lose some buildings here. See, we don't have many laborers to put the fire out. Yeah. Hopefully it's just houses and not the useful stuff. Like losing the gather hut would be really bad. But it looks like, or the storage even. Oh, that's a house. Yeah, losing the storage and losing the gatherer's hut would be rough. Oh, good, it's raining. Raining does help put fire out a little bit, so. Oh dear. Yeah, we're starting to lose some utility buildings, which kind of a disaster, but I'm just gonna crank it up a bit. Come on, get that fire. I think it's okay, because I mean we didn't have max working anyway, so I don't mind. I'm honestly losing houses. We'll reclaim it and not rebuild. And I might not rebuild the hunting either. But yeah, a little fire. It's honestly like what was bad about that was wasting our time putting out the fire. We do want to rebuild this. As for the homes, I mean, we'll leave them because we will rebuild them eventually. I don't know if burned down homes decay over time. They might, actually. I'm actually going to set them all to rebuild. That's not the end of the world, but it does put even more strain on us getting this building built. And our food is... I think we're still behind on food to use. Well, we're way behind. I don't think we can afford 20 foresters. I think we can afford like 10. So we still need some to help deal with the freezing to death, but now we're starving again, so. Just trying to figure out how to bounce it. Oh, look at the tools. Ouch. And there's really no way to get out of that. We don't have enough laborers to walk over here and pick this up. In fact, I'm just going to cancel removal. for everything. Everything that we were going to remove up here. We can't get to it, so it's like pointless to bother. See, here's where trading would actually be quite handy. So how am I going to deal with this crisis? We'll get people working in the iron mine, and hopefully the extra iron we can use to get the quarry built. And then we'll just have to use the quarry in the mine. So, I mean, I'm gonna be real sparing on this since, well, let's still focus on food, because that's food and warmth. Because that's what kills us first, is not having enough people want wood cutting and all that. It looks like a couple homes are getting firewood, but what is our home situation like? Yeah, a lot of people like. The thing is, like, we could have a big collapse in population from elderly dying off and all that, since we've kind of all the kids that have been born have frozen to death over and over again. Like, we don't have any children, to be honest. So we might have a little labor crunch coming up, which, hooray. Oh, it's been kind of disastrous, but I am feeling a little bit, just a little bit better on this now. I feel like our food might actually be catching up. Our food is not catching up at all. It's getting way worse. What is going on here? I mean, I'm like maxed out in what can produce food. Was it? Oh, we lost that hunting lodge. Maybe. Well, it's also the fact that no one has tools. Wow. I honestly, I'm not sure how to pull out of this. Like, I have an idea, and that's basically we gotta get these tools under our belt. Otherwise, we just won't make enough food. In order to get the tools under our belt, though, we need iron and stone. We have no way of getting iron and stone currently. So, honestly, at this point, I think I'm going to call it an episode. I regret inviting those nomads in, because we were on the way to recovery. But, it was, one dumb idea ruined it, so. And we don't have any builders, and everyone's dying.